In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about poking mushrooms with a stick, encouraging the house to fall down because it's had enough of your shenanigans, unrepentantly loving grammar, and rewriting The Fall of the House of Usher, Fictional Hangover style, in our discussion of What Moves the Dead by Kingfisher. Standard disclaimer. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I said standard disclaimer, but it's standard introduction. I need
That's
to
because we're cursed today. We're cursed. Today's cursed. Join Patreon to see what the hell's going on.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. I'm Amanda.
I think I'm Claire. Last time I checked I was. And today we're going to discuss What Moves the Dead by Kingfisher.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book. Then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
Yay. Now do that. Now.
What, this?
No, the spoiler alert. Oh, you just did it. Oh,
While Claire contemplates her life, I'm going to share background info.
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm. We both need to contemplate our life, but you're doing it right now. It's your turn. The background info that I found is an interview on Tor Presents Voyage into Genre. And there's a whole great big paragraph that Kingfisher said about why she selected The Fall of the House of Usher to retell. I read Fall of the House of Usher, and it's obsessed with rotting vegetation and fungus. And it's really short. And they don't explain hardly anything. And the narrator is, frankly, kind of a lousy friend, or bad in a crisis, one of the two, because when Madeline Usher rises from the dead, her brother screams, falls down, and the narrator just runs out of the house, which then collapses. Okay, running out of the house was a good thing, because the house was collapsing, but you stop to check for a pulse on your friend who, might have just had a bad shock and fainted. And he's like, nope, dude is definitely dead. And Madeline Usher is, wandering around, obviously having been buried alive and was clearly not dead, but no, he's just gonna run out of the house and not check anybody for a pulse or call a doctor. And I'm like, this guy is terrible at a crisis. And I also wanted to know what was wrong with Madeline Usher, because you get buried alive. That is a problem. And so I started reading about catalepsy, which is what it was diagnosed as the time, and also fungus. There was just so much about fungus, and I'm like, okay, obviously these two must be linked somehow. I really like Kingfisher's very concise summary of The Fall of the House of Usher.
yes. Have you ever read The Fall of the House of Usher?
Yes, and I like it. Have you read it?
Cool. I have not read it. I've watched adaptations, but I've not actually read it.
Yeah. I really liked that Mike Flanagan show on Netflix that came out a few years ago. And that one included a lot of Poe stories, but still.
Yeah. It wasn't, I would say, an authentic adaptation of it, but it was good. It was very, very good. But I like Mike Flanagan stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He does good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that description is spot on. The summary of The Fall of the House of Usher. There's no description of the person. So, like, all of this backstory that we get in this one with Alex, not a thing. It's just like, oh, I got a letter from my friend and now I'm going to their house and, oh, there's mushrooms. There's fungus. Oh!
Suddenly fire.
My friend looks unwell. There's no fire. The house just implodes for funsies.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
I think the house just gives up. I think the house is just like...
It does. It just shrugs and is like, meh.
Screw you guys. Yes! It has a convenient... It's convenient Odin sleep.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Screw these guys.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered with your shenanigans anymore.
The house is like, okay, so this person living inside me is clearly fucked up. So I'm just gonna collapse. and that's what happens.
I've had enough of your shenanigans.
I've had enough. Done. And that's the end. And that's the end of the story.
Oh my god, end of the episode.
Yeah, done.
We've actually done the fall of the House of Usher instead.
Oh,
Surprise.
Whoopsies. Ooh, that might be fun, though. To have, like, a Poe theme.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what we could do? We could have, like, the Poe theme, but we could do the Poe book, and then we could do an adaptation. A cool adaptation. And then a nice comparison.
Yeah, put it on the calendar in, what, 2028? Is that where we are now?
I think we've moved on to 2029 now.
In 27.
I think
29? Okay, yeah. We'll put it on there.
I'll just put it on the list and then we'll just move things around.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what we always do. We do it really well. I think my initial thoughts are the conversation that we just had, so...
Yeah.
So should we start the summary? Just jump in? Just get into it?
Just do it. Just do it and be a legend. What are you hanging around for?
Yeah.
Don't wait for me.
Yeah, okay, cool. The mushrooms are swollen, puffy, and clammy, growing like tumors, the deep red color of muscle, unsettling for their likeness to flesh. Step back or poke 'em with a stick.
Poke it with the stick. Poke it with the stick.
The rider dismounts from their horse, and despite being tired, the horse looks at the water in the tarn and rejects it. They're close to the Usher's gloomy manor house, the home of their childhood friends, one of whom sent a very troubling letter.
But no context. As rider and horse cut through the grounds, a woman of a certain age, with a British accent, hello, calls out to them and warns them not to touch the mushrooms growing everywhere. Poke it with the stick. Poke it with the stick.
With the stick. Stick, 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 stick.
She doesn't need to tell them twice, quite frankly. They're red gills and very delicate, like tap or release of red, violet, visceral-like substance and the overpowering smell of rotting flesh from the gills.
Gross.
So no good for cooking?
I would say no.
Oh.
No mushroom ravioli for Bella.
Oh no.
I know.
Wah, wah.
I know. It's fine. I don't like to eat mushrooms, so it's fine.
I do, and I'm gutted. Anywho, the lively English woman introduces herself as Eugenia Potter, an illustrator by profession and a mushroom enthusiast. The rider introduces themselves as Alex Easton, a retired sworn soldier from Galicia, a country near Moldova, and famed for its idiosyncratic language. This includes pronouns for the sworn soldiers, which is Kai, Khan, that we will now be used throughout the summary. Gender neutral. Alex explains Ka is here to see Khan friend Madeline, and Eugenia confirms the news of her dreadful illness is spread throughout the town. They part ways, Eugenia to her fungus and Alex to the gloomy manor house.
As Alex and Khan Horse Hob make their way through the Usher grounds, a creepy orange-eyed hare watches Ka pass. It doesn't run away, just stops and watches. Finally, at the manor house, Alex waits for a long time for Khan knock to be answered by an elderly servant. Alex notes the inside of the house is as dreary as the exterior and very cold. Eventually, Khan friend Roderick Usher calls out. As Ka turns to greet Khan old friend, Alex is startled. Roderick looks bone white, emaciated and hollow. His hair is a white spider-like silk, and he has a feverish look in his eyes. Ka would never have recognized him. Though Roderick is not unhappy to see his friend, he is shocked to see Alex and is surprised his sister Madeline sent Khan a letter. Roderick takes Alex to Madeline, and Ka is equally shocked by her appearance. Madeline is swathed in blankets, but with the coloring of a drowned woman. Her bones can be seen under her skin, and her hands look like claws. And then the house is afraid and collapses. Wait.
Not quite yet.
Wait,
Not
later,
quite yet.
later.
We're nearly there.
Later.
We're nearly there. Sitting with Madeline is James Denton, an American Army doctor and friend of the Ushers. After civilities are made, Madeline leaves to rest and moves like an old woman. Same, Madeline. Same. Left alone, Denton and Alex mention how drastic Madeline's deterioration is. Roderick's transformation as well, and the poor state of the house. How it hasn't collapsed yet, we'll never know. Denton also asks Alex about being a sworn soldier.
Enter a fantastic conversation about pronouns! More detailed than before. So many pronouns! And I love it. I'm sorry, I got excited about the pronouns.
It's great lore as well. It really
is. It's good.
It really gives you nice, sweet, juicy lore.
It's good stuff.
We're not going to go into it here. See the book.
Yeah, sorry I shouted about it.
It's fine. You love grammar.
I do.
How you haven't got that on a t-shirt yet, I do not know.
Just wait. It'll happen.
You'll be like, wake up one day and be like, what can I do today? I have nothing. I'm going to make a grammar t-shirt.
I'm going to make a grammar t-shirt is what I'm doing today.
Anywho.
How sad has my life become?
You've always been a grammar enthusiast, though.
It's true. It's true.
Later, when Alex and Roderick are alone, Roderick confesses he is feeling overwhelmed by everything. Same. He also says that he can hear everything now. Heartbeats, breathing, and even the worms in the rafters. This is where the house hasn't collapsed yet, despite the worms in the rafters.
They're the only things holding them up right now.
It's like the worms off the game Worms.
Yeah.
Alex dismisses his worries. It's holdovers from the war. But Roderick isn't so sure.
Eating alone at an early breakfast, with few items on the sideboard and concerned about Khan friend, Alex decides to go hunting for a deer or partridges, something to repay Roderick's hospitality without it appearing like charity. When Denton walks in, Alex asks if he knows what is wrong with Madeline. The short answer is no, though she does present with anemia and catalepsy, a rigidity and slowing of the body, which is getting worse.
Wandering the house for hunting supplies, Alex finds Madeline sitting on a balcony, looking worse in the daylight, admiring the lake. She's like as thin as tracing paper.
You can practically see through her too.
Yeah. Lovely is not an adjective that Alex would apply to this particular lake, thinking it would be made better with, I don't know, fire and holy water. Don't want to have a picnic by the lake. Alex urges Madeline to leave, to come to Paris with Khan and eat some lemon ice. But she won't have it and instead retires to lie down. Finally, Alex finds Khan's own room in the maze-like house and sees Khan, Bagman, Angus has arrived. Is Angus Scottish or Galatian? Nobody knows, and he ain't seeing as he switches between the two accents. Angus also reports the whispers in town that the Usher house is haunted and that witch hares roam the grounds, but most of the townsfolk are fond of Roderick and saddened by Madeline dying.
I am going to admit right here that this audiobook, not great. And this part with Angus being Scottish, worse.
Yeah.
Perturbed by the Usher's situation and troubled by bad dreams during the night, Alex goes for a ride the next morning. Alex is sure the house is killing them, or at least the mold around the place is. To rid Conference of such a terrible place, Ka considers kidnapping them or burning the manor to the ground. Just you wait, friend.
How's it doing itself?
Not in this version. During the ride, Ka encounters Eugenia painting a watercolor. Waiting while she finishes, Alex goes closer to the lake. Yeah, it is worse close up than from a distance. Eugenia ambles over to where Alex is skipping stones and mentions there are algae mats in the lake, making it thicker. She then explains about mycelium networks of mushrooms, which is fascinating and creepy. After their chat, Alex heads back to the manor. Just go outside for a brief, terrifying mushroom conversation, and then come back in. It's how I would spend my day.
Yeah, and finding out that the lake's worse than you think as well, with the algae mats. Yeah. Alex wants to put the plan of getting some meat for the Usher's dinner table into action and recruits Angus. They pretend to have gone hunting and accidentally shot a cow instead. Oh no!
Oh! How did anyone believe that story, by the
soldier.
way?
Nobody believed them.
It was horrible.
A professional soldier accidentally shoots a cow thinking that it's a deer. And Angus is like, its butt's different.
I like that.
Deers and cows' butts are different.
I like that Alex was like, oh, but it was one of the little ones. It was one of those little cows that you have here. Not a deer.
Nobody believes them.
Nobody.
But you know, if you're good at it's if as long as you don't acknowledge it, it's not charity.
Right.
The cow is currently with the butcher being butchered. Don't ask questions, okay? Let's just leave it there. After taking some ribbing at dinner for Khan's terrible shot, Alex retires to bed but is unable to sleep, too concerned about the creepy hares that populate the lake and that the butcher spoke of. It's then that Alex hears someone in the corridor. Rising to check it out, Alex follows whoever it is, but they move like a ghost. Eventually, Ka goes back to bed, having not found the person leading Khan around.
The next day, Alex and Denton take a ride together and happen upon Eugenia, who demonstrates the Red Gill's stinking and sticking ability, Alex keeping well back from it and enjoying Denton almost vomiting from the stench. Shortly after, Alex has a strange run-in with a hare. It's another that just stands there like a statue, as if it has no fear, even when Alex stamps Con feet and waves Con hands. Nothing. No movement at all. It doesn't even blink or twitch its ears. When Alex looks away, only for a second, distracted by Denton and Eugenia, the hare has gone. Weird.
I would not be hanging around.
No, it's like getting into a staring contest with it. Something bad is going to happen.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
You're going to lose that staring because you couldn't. It reminded me of in Jurassic Park when the Velociraptors at the end, and he's like, "Oh look, it's a Velociraptor," and then he forgets the fact that he knows the Velociraptor will come in from the side while the other one's distracting him. So to me, I was like, "Is that hare the distraction, and another one's going to attack from the side. Monty Python sharp pointy teeth.
I was about to say it has to be.
That's a
Monty
rabbit,
Python
not a hare.
style.
I acknowledge there's a difference, but like yeah. And
It's
then
gotta
you could
happen.
go, and then you could go clever girl,
And then the house collapses.
and then the house collapses.
I mean, look, it's clearly okay to retell stories about the fall of the House of Usher, so we should just do it ourselves.
I think at this point we need to, yes.
Yeah.
Anywho, Velociraptor-style hares and falling manners to one side. Back at the manor, the beef has arrived from the butcher, and that evening they all sit down to a hearty meal. After Alex retires for the evening, Carr hears a noise from the corridor and sees the ghost-like figure disappearing down the hall. Alex is able to follow this time and realises it's Madeline. Alex figures Madeline is sleepwalking and is hesitating to wake her up, but since she's heading to a 30-foot drop over the balcony into the creepy lake, thinks it best to intervene. It depends how much you like them, really, doesn't it? Madeline makes a half-whistle sound. Ooh, feels ice cold and is covered in very fine hairs. After guiding Madeline back to bed, Alex cannot sleep and looks to the disturbing lake. Carr can see little lights all over it like stars, but the lake seems to pulse and be hiding something. It is not a pretty sight.
The next day is a better day. The sun is shining, Madeline is singing, Roderick is playing the piano. They have fun.
Oh.
Then the nighttime comes and everyone goes to bed. Alex hears movement and noise in the corridor again. This time, it's Denton going for a walk, and Alex joins him. Denton confesses how, since arriving at the manor, his dreams are worse, and he has nightmares of being back in the war surrounded by severed limbs that are still alive. I like it. The two stand next to the lake, and neither like it. It's abnormal and doesn't reflect light right. This is when Alex finds out that Madeline nearly drowned in the lake a few months ago. Much later that night, or rather in the early hours of the next morning, Alex finds Madeline sleepwalking again and making the strange whispery noises. She's trying to speak, but it's as if she doesn't know how. Her walk is strange too, stilted and jerky.
The next morning over breakfast, Alex mentions Madeline sleepwalking again, but also how much her hair is falling out. Denton, however, points out that it's falling out, but she always has more hair to shed. When Roderick calls the conversation to an end, Alex leaves for a ride. Hob is an excellent conversationalist and listens as Alex complains about the lake and the frustration at this mysterious illness killing Khan's friend. Alex's theory is that Madeline has the same illness as the hares. They need to look into the hares more. Time for research!
They need to
Claire
look.
gets very, very excited at the idea of research.
While Amanda gets excited about looking into
The library!
Ooh. It's not actually what I was going to say. I was going to talk about looking into the hairs, like looking into them.
Oh, that you're jumping ahead of yourself.
I am. Because
Jumping ahead.
we have to go to the library. And the library proves unhelpful in Alex's research because the books are completely waterlogged and moldy.
Ew.
Gross. Denton seems to listen to the theory and doesn't dismiss it. They decide it's time to catch a hare and now take a closer look inside. They don't need to set any traps because Hob nearly steps on one when it doesn't even attempt to move out of the way of his host. Alex raises con gun to shoot the hare when it suddenly moves with speed. Chasing it, the hare leads Alex to a small clearing. Oh, here it is, Claire, where there are other hares, and they're standing in a circle.
Clever girl.
They're just standing, watching.
Creeps.
Alex shoots one, and it crawls back to the others and sits with him as if nothing happened. But it's definitely dead because half of its head is missing.
Nice.
Alex turns and walks away. That's the only reasonable thing you should do.
Yes, I agree.
Relaying the story to Denton, he agrees. That's weird.
It's a lot of things. Weird is a good word. Alex wakes during the night twice. First, when Carr thinks Carr hears a cry and falls back to sleep. The second, to find Roderick playing the piano. And the news that Madeline is dead.
Womp womp.
She's already in the crypt beneath the house. But Roderick takes Alex to pay respects. The crypt is very cold and Madeline lies under a shroud. Alex says goodbye.
After dinner, later that evening, Alex gets drunk. Angus having to carry Con to bed. The next morning, feeling worse for wear, Alex heads to breakfast. Over black tea, Roderick tells Alex and Denton he hears Madeline knocking on the crypt door during the night.
No.
I think it's only his nerves because the dead don't walk. This plays on
crawl.
Alex's mind. They crawl, they shamble, they shuffle,
scuttle.
Yeah, all of these things. This plays on Alex's mind all day, when at midnight, Caw goes to the crypt. Alex finds Madeline under the shroud, quite dead. But it's because her neck is broken? And she has finger marks across her throat.
Oh.
Oops.
Dang.
Ooh.
That was careless. Well, breakfast is a very different occasion when one of your companions is a murderer. Thank goodness there is tea.
Stop.
When things get awkward, Alex flees and goes for a ride, even though it's raining. Throughout the ride, Alex sees those creepy hairs until Carr spots Eugenia sitting on a stool with her watercolours and an umbrella to keep her dry. Something clicks in Alex's head when Carr sees the mushroom on her easel. The fungus is making people sick, not the disease. Alex talks through this with Eugenia, who confirms certain fungi certainly can make people sick. Take the fungus that can hunt worms and leave fine white hairs called hyphae on its victims as it takes over their bodies. Alex drags Eugenia to the Usher crypt to see Madeline's body. Unfortunately, it's gone!
Oh, wah wah! Oh, nuts.
Check the lost and found.
Do you think they have one in the house of Usher?
Paul might not have put one in, but this is a retelling.
That's true. There is one now.
If it's
like
a
a
National
junk
Trust
drawer.
house where you go for a visit, then yeah, I'll have a gift shop, so they'll no doubt have a lost and found.
I don't think we're there yet.
No, not quite. I don't think the house wants to be there yet.
No. But there is probably like that closet that you just shove everything into.
Yeah, when the drug
when
drawer gets too much or
Yes.
the item's too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check in there. Your wallet and your glasses might be in there too.
Yeah. Madeline's just holding them.
Yeah. And then you just throw something else in and it just lands on her.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She doesn't move.
No.
We really need to do this rewrite.
Done. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. After 8 years, we should have written and published at least 2 books at this point.
At least.
Let's get to work. Alex is stunned, but Eugenia just thinks Con nerves may be overset. Oh, it's fine. You're just a little upset.
Calm down.
Madeline's shroud is still there, and Alex examines it and sees some of the white hairs. Eugenia confirms they are certainly not human hairs or threads from a cloth, but the hyphae a fungus would produce.
Ah.
Alex tells Eugenia covered Madeline's body and thought her body hair was turning white, but it seems she was just covered in this hyphae. The dead don't walk. So surely her body has just been moved. Eugenia is worried. They need to stop the spread of the fungus. Touching the hyphae either on the shroud or Madeline herself is very dangerous.
Yeah. You've been touching Madeline.
Oh.
Together, Alex and Eugenia head to talk to the others. Roderick is asleep, but Denton is there. They explain everything, and the doctor listens. He finds it very possible they are right, but can only confirm with an autopsy of a dead body that isn't there. They'll have to get one of the creepy hairs, and thankfully, Angus is up to the task. But he just spotted one lying stuck in the lake water a day or so ago, and he just fetches that one. When they slice it open, it looks very, very wrong. A sticky white mess erupts from its chest cavity, and something slimy and fibrous adheres to the organs. When the hair starts to move again, ew.
Stop.
Eugenia pins the moving dead hair with her umbrella, while Alex chops it in half. But the head's still moving, and the mouth's opening and closing. That's not right.
That's not right. No. Everyone just abandon the house and it'll collapse.
Deal with it.
Let the house collapse.
Yes.
And it's fine. At first, they're going to chuck it in the lake. But Eugenia points out that would contaminate the lake. It's too late. They're all contaminated with the fungus because the lake provides the drinking and bathing water. Shit. They decide to burn the hair instead. Alex sends Eugenia away on Hob, partly to keep them safe and partly so someone outside knows what's going on should the worst happen.
Like a house collapsing.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
As Alex and Denton burn the hair, Alex tells him Carr knows Madeline's neck was broken. Denton shows Alex the letter Roderick sent him asking him to attend Madeline, except Roderick, when he describes the spells of madness she is having, he calls his sister not Maddie, implying he knows something. When Denton arrived, Madeline seemed the same, but then there was the knee drowning incident, and after, Madeline changed. It must be the fungus taking over her body. They need to find not Maddie and burn the body without Roderick knowing because he wouldn't be pleased. She must be in the crypt, so down underground they go.
Except when they get into the crypt, the door is open. Not Maddie is gone, and there are signs that she moved on her own.
Oh.
Fine white hairs on the wall where someone might lean if they were unsteady? Nah. No, thank you. The fungus must be puppeting Madeline. They rush up from the crypt to Roderick's room. He is lying in bed, but sitting on the bed near him is not Maddie. Her head is bent at a horrible angle, flopping sideways.
I know I should laugh, but objectively, right, this is hilarious because it reminds me of Death Becomes Her.
Yes, and then her body's twisted around and her head is facing forward, so she has to walk backwards. And Isabella Rossellini is there looking beautiful.
Oh, yes. Hope she doesn't rise from the lake, though, like she does in the movie, from the swimming pool.
Yeah. I love that movie. I need to watch it again.
I saw it in October at the cinema. It was great.
It's been a while.
Not Maddie has a strange, breathy, wispy voice to go along with her crooked neck as she addresses Alex, saying shooting her won't work. Alex realises all those time Carr found Madeline sleepwalking, it was actually not Maddie controlling her body, learning to move and to speak on its own. Yikes!
Yikes!
Not Maddie explains that the fungus is intelligent and that it only wants to live, and now it needs a new host because this one, it's a little bit frayed around the edges.
That's putting it nicely.
Yeah. Madeline has been dead for at least a month now, after all.
Jesus.
Fucking yikes. Not Maddie asks Alex to be the new host. To which we say, nah, dog.
Nah, dog.
Nah, dog.
Nah, I'm just going to walk out of this house and it's going to collapse. You're good.
You do you. I'm gone. House collapse.
While Alex kept not Maddie talking, Denton was able to get to Roderick and carry him out of the room. Denton then reaches inside the bedroom, yoinks Alex out, and slams the door shut.
It's the most sensible thing that's happened in this book, by the way. Get out.
They block the door and evacuate the building, which then promptly collapses. Wait, no, that's not right. Roderick is awake now and apologizing profusely to his friends. He never wanted them involved, nor did he want any of this to happen.
I mean, duh. Gee, I hope my sister turns into a giant living fungus and dies from it, and the house collapses.
It's all I've ever wanted.
Nobody said that, Roderick.
Fungus sister.
He's so stressed.
No,
fungus sister. I hope you have a fungus sister then.
Roderick sends the few remaining servants to the village with Alex and Denton and resolutely declares that, as the ushers allowed this monstrous thing to grow, he, as the last usher, must put a stop to it.
The house burns
for
2 days.
Okay.
I mean, in that time, it will collapse, but because of the fire. And
right.
It is rotten.
Yeah. But it didn't do it of its own accord.
It didn't do it of its own accord. That's important.
That's a key difference.
It will have collapsed during the burning process.
It will have collapsed, yes.
Yes. It probably did it with a great big sigh of going, oh, thank God this bullshit's over with.
And then spores went everywhere.
Yeah, flaming spores as well.
Flaming spores. I love it.
At the end, there's no sign of Roderick.
No.
And Madeline was a mushroom, so she burnt up.
It's fine.
To purify the lake, Eugenia has returned with 1,200 pounds of sulphur.
Mm-hmm. As one does.
As one does. It's Sicilian sulphur as well.
Only the best.
Only the best for this lake. The village is quite happy to help as they never liked the lake. Thankfully, they get all their drinking and bathing water from an unconnected well. At this point, Alex and Denton both go, oh, thank fuck for that, we didn't realise it. As they watch the water, the sulphur works its magic. An eerie green light is emitted and gelatinous blobs under the surface pulse. And it all stops and goes still. Alex and the others ride away from the dead lake and the fallen house of Usher.
Very good. Very good.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Michael.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Lauren.
We are the hosts of Badass Literature Society, a book review podcast where we take book recommendations from listeners like you, read them, and then discuss them on our show.
Join us once a month as we dive into the books you picked and talk about them.
And don't miss our bonus episodes covering all sorts of random bookish topics that come out in between reviews.
Don't worry, if you want to read one of the books, the first part of each episode is designated spoiler-free, so you can listen and see if you'd like to read it, and then come back and listen to the rest later.
You can find Badass Literature Society on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and anywhere else you like to listen.
Now, back to the show.
poor house.
It should have just collapsed on itself of its own accord long ago.
I mean, yeah. When you're putting up with so much bullshit that it's had to put up with, it should have just gone, nah, dog.
Now, I will admit to not liking this book, but we just made it better. And I appreciate that.
Do you know, that happens, it's not quite often, but it happens. We'll read a book, I'm not hugely bothered by it. It's like a solid 3-star for me.
Yeah.
But then we do the summary and then we talk about it and just make it our own. And I'm like, actually,
Yes.
no, that's made the book so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, this one clearly needed our help, in my opinion. And I think that it's because I was tainted by the audiobook.
Yeah, the audiobook. When I first started listening, I listened to the audiobook at work a few months ago because it's very short.
Yeah, super short.
I had no meetings, so I was able to just listen to it and get on with what I needed to do. And I remember listening to it and thinking, do I need to turn this off actually? And just read the book, because I've got the book. And it took us a little while to get into the audiobook and just kind of like be okay with the narration, because it's not great.
Yeah. If you listen to it and you can get past whatever it is that makes the audio not great, like if you can somehow focus on the story, not the narration, it's fine. But I did see it, because I went searching after I finished listening to it, thinking like, I cannot be the only person who didn't like this audiobook. And no, it is like widely across the internet that the audiobook is not anyone's favorite.
Yeah, there's just something.
I think probably one thing that I think probably would have made it better, I think, for me, which maybe before I say this, I need to do some research. You talk about something while I look something up. Ready? Go. Ready? Talk.
Okay. I will say, in one saving grace for the audio, because after I did listen to it, I was like, well, who is this narrator? Because I don't know them. And it's Avi Rock, and they are Latina, transmasculine, non-binary, queer, and they use the pronouns they, them. And I thought, well, actually, that's a very good representation of Alex Easton.
That's unfortunate.
As well.
That, for me, is unfortunate, because that is what I was going to say, and then I wanted to look it up to see if I was wrong, and I was, and so, yeah. Never mind. I was going to try to say, well, maybe if they had been more suited to the actual character, but they were suited to the actual character, so then that's not the reason why I don't like it. I was going to try. I'm sorry.
I just don't think the voice is right.
It's not right.
And that's it. It just didn't. I love the match of narrator to character.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and I am sad.
But the sound isn't right.
It just doesn't sound right.
Accents were questionable.
Yes.
And I think that's what it boils down to. If you're going to get somebody to speak with a British accent at points, or a Scottish accent at points, they need to actually be able to do those accents. Or
they don't do them at all.
Or they don't do them at all. And Alex is like, I kind of get like a European, like Baltic area kind of feel for where Galicia is. So it's an interesting choice to use a Latin narrator. It's a different part of the world.
Yeah, but I don't think that their voice.
So I don't feel like they encapsulated that
That's true, but
Eastern European accent.
But I don't think that their voice leans Latin either.
No. I'm just wondering if they didn't have, if the ear isn't for because I mean, if you look, they are, you know, quite. They've done quite a few audio books and teach classes on audiobook narration and do voiceovers and stuff. So I think they're very good at what they do, but I just don't think this is the right
you can
role
be
for them.
You can be fantastic at something and not be suited to do whatever the job is.
100%. So I can't suggest an alternative, and you know, I'd quite frankly not say my job to suggest an alternative.
Right.
But I'm just going to say the audiobook didn't float my boat.
Yeah.
But when I read it for the second time for the podcast, I read the book itself, and it was a different experience.
Yeah, there was a line that I really liked, and it was probably my favorite part of the entire book, which is weird, but there was a line that I really, really liked, and I'm going to share it right here. But in the narration, not good. But here it is. Then she smiled, and it was terrible. Madeline's lips pulled up at the corners in a terrible parody of good humor, her mouth stretching painfully wide, her jaw dropped so far that it almost looked like a scream. Above that awful grin, her eyes were flat and dead as stones. Like, how beautiful is that description of a terrifying fucking face? But it just didn't...
Yeah.
Just didn't hit right.
And that happens. It's happened a few times, we've said.
Yeah.
The audiobook narration just didn't hit right.
Just isn't it. Just isn't. It just isn't.
But you know what
it.
did hit right?
What?
Yeah, but you know what
The
did
pronouns?
hit right?
What?
Yes, the pronouns.
Sorry.
We love grammar.
Sorry.
Hair dissection.
It was good.
I really enjoyed the dissection of the hair. I really liked the idea of them cutting it open and suddenly there's white cotton fluff coming out.
I just had a visual of the intro to True Blood. When they have that sped up fox exploding.
Yes!
Yes.
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 But that was a fox, not a rabbit, not a hare. I mean, excuse me. So,
transplant the animal from a fox to a hare, you have that visual.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now I've got the theme tune from the TV show in my head. Dang it. Yes, but I really enjoyed the hair dissection. I liked all the description of the mushrooms, and I liked the way that it was talking about all the viscera and the cartilage and the fluff and the connections. And
I also liked when they described it when fishing.
Yes.
Because they did mention going fishing as well, which was not included in the summary, but there was a fish, and they, started to fillet the fish, and they were like, whoa, and all the fuzz came out.
Yeah, so they didn't eat the fish, which is good. And then the fact that it's still alive. And I really like that it got a bit Three Stoogey with Eugenia pinning it down with her umbrella. How very British. Alex cutting it in half through its spinal cord, but its head still being like, wah, wah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little silly.
That little hair's going, sucks to suck. But yes, I enjoyed that dissection. I thought it was very good. And then I was like, dissect Madeline, see what happens. Obviously that didn't happen.
Can't, because they can't find her body. Because she's upstairs with a broken neck and a candlestick through the hole in her stomach.
Yes, of course. The thing is, though, there's a crypt that's in the rocks because they had to use explosives to dig down.
Uh-huh.
And did they check in there to make sure that there's no hidden
Well, no,
mushroom
Claire,
people?
because they can't go down there to that part of the crypt because just gonna put this out there. I think that there's someone else down there buried behind the walls, Cask of Amontillado style.
Okay.
And they've just bricked someone else in. That's what they should have done to Madeline. They should have Cask of Amontillado
Bricked her up.
Yeah. Yeah. They should have done.
Okay. Stop putting people in walls. You know I don't like that.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's Edgar Allan Poe's fault.
Bloody Poe.
Would it have been better for her to be bricked up behind the wall or under the floorboards?
Would you rather?
It's the beating of the hideous heart.
Do you know what I thought was quite strange-ish about this book?
What?
So anti-American.
I mean,
yeah. Yeah, I get it now, but not when it was, like, published, surely. I mean, actually, let's check. But it was so, like, hugely anti-American. 2022.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, it was like, oh, who wants to go to America? Oh, I'm sorry, you're American.
Nobody.
The Sicilian stuff is better than the American stuff. You would understand, you're an American. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree. It's fine.
Oh well, that's fine as long as you agree as the American. That's okay.
Look, no one wants to come here right now. No one wants to be here right now.
No, what needs to happen is it needs to just go, I'm sick of your shenanigans, and just fall
It just
down.
needs to collapse as we all walk away.
Yes. Did you have any favourite characters?
I liked Eugenia,
Yes.
and I
Yeah.
also appreciate Hob.
Hob is a good horse.
Hob is a good horse. Hob has a very good personification in this one. And I like Hob.
I also liked Angus, because he's like, he doesn't suffer bullshit.
No. Yeah, I agree.
I will admit nothing surprised me in the book, though.
Same. I struggled to think of anything that I found surprising.
It's only like 169 pages or something like that. It's hardly that you can build in.
Yeah.
And if you know it's
And also
based on the fall of the
Yeah.
House of Usher, you can kind of like...
you know where it's going.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's talking about deadly mushrooms and sticky viscera within the first page. So
Yeah.
you're kind of like, yeah, bad things are happening. And if you
Yeah.
haven't guessed, I mean, at a push, how absolutely dumb they all are for not working out that there's something, that it's fungus.
Yeah.
Because that was obvious.
I mean, there's fungus literally everywhere.
Black mold all over the house.
All over the place. Get out of there. Let
It's
it
so
collapse.
How dare they let the library get into that terrible soggy state as
Oh,
well?
I
That's
know.
not healthy.
Oh, can you imagine picking up a wet, moldy book?
I mean, I picked up a wet book after it's been dropped in the bath by accident. But, yeah, not like that.
Not like this.
No.
Not
no.
like this.
No.
Ugh.
The house should have collapsed on them ages ago for doing that to the books.
Yeah. Ugh. Maybe the house didn't like the books that were housed.
It
in its
wanted
own
more
library.
monster smut.
did.
I think the house wanted more monster smut.
Yeah. And it also wanted some haunted house stories.
Yes. Loves a ghost story.
Yeah. Probably likes a vampire.
Look, all vampires all the time.
Yeah. It loves a vampire because the vampire can't come in unless you let it in.
Exactly.
And it appreciates
respects-
that. It appreciates that respect.
But the only reason that vampires do that is because they're polite.
Well, yeah. And the house appreciates the vampiric politeness.
Exactly. I'm on the house's side. This house is so hard done by.
Me too. Just collapse and get it over with.
Justice for the house.
Yeah. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it for collapsing.
And the fact it stuck it out for so long.
Yeah. And it had to be burned down. That was sad. Don't burn the house down. Let it do it itself.
It strikes so much to burn itself down.
It does.
A lightning storm it starts and it's like, me, pick me, pick me.
Yes. That's what happens. Yeah.
Oh, look, an angry mob of villagers. Oh, you've got pitchforks and flames.
Oh, come on.
Yay.
Come on in. And it just opens the door wide. Come on in, pals.
Would you like a party?
Yes. The house is now my favorite character in this book.
Sam. Oh.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite final thought quote? We have ruined this story enough. We should move on.
Okay, I will give you some.
Okay, I like it. I like some. I also have some.
Cool. It was a sign of how disordered my nerves had become, and I did not derive nearly enough enjoyment from hearing Miss Potter pronounce the word nematode with an accent so British that it very nearly had its own stiff upper lip. I could only imagine packs of mushrooms leaping across the moors in pursuit of prey. This next one's from Angus. I'm not going to attempt the accent.
Please.
Great blistering Christ, of course not. Gee, take me for an idiot. This place breeds nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's hard to know if someone is insulting or just an American.
Ah.
And that gives you a flavour of how anti-American this book is.
Yeah, that cuts
And the
deep.
last one is possibly my favourite quote in the book. Deer are the ones that go moo.
Stop. That actually grated on my nerves. That one. I'm pretty sure I rolled my eyes at that one. Ugh.
Well, yeah, but it's so dad joke coded that I'm so used to hearing dad jokes that it's like, it stood out to me. Come on, redeem us.
Look, if you don't make a fool of yourself over animals, at least in private, you aren't to be trusted.
I heartily agree.
If you're feeling dreadful, it helps to dress well. And I will admit, when I was gathering my quotes up for this one the other day, I had just been sitting on the couch, not doing anything, making notes, doing what we do with the summaries and all of that jazz before we have an episode. And when I collected that quote, I went upstairs and put a face on. And I felt better.
Nice.
It's true.
Nice.
I drew my eyebrows on and the whole world turned around.
Suddenly there was colour.
Yeah.
And the house decided not to collapse.
Thank you, house. Okay, what else do I have? The dead don't walk. Except sometimes when they do.
Yeah, there's always exceptions to a rule.
Yeah.
Always an exception to a rule.
And finally, if we don't pretend we're laughing, we might have to admit just how broken we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm laughing. All right. Is it time for what you
Yeah, why the heck not? Pew, 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 pew. We asked on social media, would you rather feel something crawling under your skin or hear something whisper your name inside the walls? And across Facebook on our page, the Facebook Book Club, and Instagram, 100% Something inside the walls.
Nobody wants something under their skin. Why would you choose that?
And after we read the comments, Amanda admits something under my skin. Right, let's go through the comments.
I just don't want to admit it.
Annie, please, no more itchy skin. It's late winter and I'm already slathering as much moisturiser as possible. Whispering walls it is.
Emily says, I had to deal with leaking in my office at work this past week, and it started when I heard it through the walls. Plus, having something crawl through my skin is super creepy, and I don't want to be reminded of something similar in The Ruins by Scott Smith. I like that Emily almost always has a nice book comparison.
Yes. Cindy, on the other hand, just screams, nothing under my skin, please!
Bree says, I like how polite everyone is too, by the way. Bree says, whispers, please. We don't like things burrowing between fleshes. That's like the second deepest layer of personal space. Mine. Between walls, though? That's their space. Theirs. The best roommates know how to keep boundaries.
I heartily agree. Claire Reid said, whispers easily. I can't imagine feeling something crawling under my skin. And I can leave the house. I can't leave my skin. Just skeleton can.
Glim Glam Jen says, it's late at night, and I hear it. Glim Glam Jen echoing off the walls in a whisper wheeze. I jump out of bed and grab my pillow and head to the kitchen. The demon who lives in my walls is ready for midnight snacks, pillow fights, and hot goss. I'm so glad I moved into that haunted mansion.
Trina Reid says, hear my name whispered. At least I could leave that house. I can't tear my skin off, which is what I'd want to do if I felt something crawling under it.
Yeah. I think, Claire, this is probably going to be one of the only times in history that if you do choose hearing things in the walls, that you choose to hear things in the walls.
Yes, it is. As a person with extremely dry skin and constantly scratching in some way, shape or form, I don't need anything else skin related.
Yeah.
Especially something that's kind of like burrow, and what I can't get my head around, it's going to burrow, right? And it's going to separate the skin from everything else.
So why doesn't your skin slough off?
Yes!
Sloughing!
More sloughing. So yeah, at least, like everybody says, I can either leave the house or it's a haunted house and I can just have hot goss with whatever's there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely choosing hearing things in the walls.
I think this might be the first time in Fictional Hangover history where every comment and every vote and both of us agree with one answer.
Yeah. I agree.
Momentous.
Sure. Yeah. In 390 episodes. Plus all the bonus episodes, which is put it as like 460.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So we might have talked about this a little bit earlier. In the very first paragraph. You've come across some mushrooms. You gonna step back or poke it with a stick? Now that's not what
poke
you. That's not
stick.
Poke it with a stick. We already shouted about it. Poke it with a stick. Poke it with a stick.
Poke it with a stick.
Poke it with a stick.
I've got a stick. I'll poke it.
Poke it. Poke it. Poke it, Claire. Poke it with a stick. Yeah. How are you not gonna poke it? Especially when someone's. It's like when someone says, "Oh, this smells bad. Smell it."
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, the amount of how many times have you taken a drink on, oh, this tastes funny, have a taste?
Yeah, here, try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to.
You have to. So, poke it with a stick. It's one of these things where if it's a diseased, flesh-looking mushroom, that when you poke it, it emits viscera and rotting flesh smell. You gotta do it once.
Yeah.
You gotta do it once.
Yeah.
And once you've done it, you're fine.
Yeah. You gotta
But that's
poke it
when
with a
you,
stick.
like, harvest them and then you start throwing them at people.
Oh, yeah.
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 Lol.
We're definitely doing that.
Would you rather watch your friends slowly transform into something not quite human, might be a mushroom monster, or realise that you're potentially already changing into the mushroom monster?
I think that I would rather realize that I'm already changing, because I would have tried to figure out, you know, like, how to use the change to my benefit.
You're thinking about last week.
Yeah. I'm clearly going to attempt to punch down someone's throat with my newfound powers.
Yes. Well, then I will be the friend watching you slowly change.
Oh, okay.
Into. Okay, so if you're volunteering to change, I'll watch you change.
Okay.
And I'll support you fully along the way.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I am becoming, in this instance, a mushroom monster. And you will give me a hug.
And you're going to transform me into a mushroom monster.
If you want me to.
I fear.
If you want me to. I'll just open my mouth and it'll come out. Yeah.
Will you tell me when you're dead, and you just been a reanimated puppet, so then I can cut you open and watch all the fluff come out?
Yes.
Nice.
But you have to have the True Blood theme song playing at the time.
I'll turn it up to 11.
Thank you.
Nice.
I want to do bad things with you. That was really bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
One of us is going to do it. Oh God, it wasn't me.
Sorry.
Next question.
Would you rather become part of a hive mind that feels everything, or become a single consciousness trapped in a rotting body?
Oh. Single consciousness trapped in a rotting body, because then I'm going to go on a rip-roaring rampage of revenge and then find a new body.
Yeah. Obviously. I don't think that not Maddie, went about it in the right way.
She asked permission.
That is true. That is true. But I think it probably would have been better having this conversation if her head was on right.
Yeah, would have gone a bit easier.
You know, just pick it up. Just put it where it's supposed to be. And then ask. Because there's something about the broken neck in that situation that...
You can't take somebody seriously.
You can't. I feel like Alex would have been, you know, just tilting the head to the side a little bit. Squinty eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to feel anything. So I don't want to be a part of hive mind. It feels everything.
I don't care what everybody else feels either. I've got my own shit to deal with.
Yeah. And I'm going to... Death becomes her, my body. Because that's the only reasonable solution.
Yes. Last question. It's not on the list. Just thought of it. Would you rather watch the house fall down or burn down?
Fall. I think I'd rather watch it fall. I don't know. Fire kind of scares me sometimes. So I think I'd rather watch it fall down.
Yeah.
Just completely implode in on itself.
Implode. I think with fire as well, it's difficult to control.
Yeah.
And you can imagine it like, I mean, I know the manor house is far away from the village. It's like a good distance, but it's still surrounded by like woodland and stuff. So if it's not the burn isn't controlled,
Yeah.
this could be very, 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 very
Bad
dangerous.
things could happen.
Yeah. Plus, I just like the idea of the house just going, nah, dog.
Nah. I like the idea of the house going, nah, dog, and then it collapses. And then, like, I don't know, a week later, Madeline just shambles out and, like,
That's it. You don't know if that hasn't happened.
snaps her body parts back into place, and she just waltzes out of there.
Yes.
That's what I'm here
Still
for.
death becomes her vibes.
Yeah. And she gets out her can of spray paint.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
I think Alex Stenton is going to be played by Bruce Willis.
Not anymore. No.
No. If this was, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Could have
Yeah.
been. Could have been. Okay. If you liked this, try this. What are you going to suggest?
I'm just going to suggest that everybody go and read Swan Soldier 2, What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher. Keep going. The summary for this one: Alex Easton, retired soldier, returns in this novella-length sequel to the best-selling What Moves the Dead. When Easton travels to Galicia as a favour to Miss Potter, they find their home empty, the caretaker dead, and the grounds troubled by a strange, uncanny silence. The locals whisper of a strange, breath-stealing being from the Galician folklore that has taken up residence in Easton's home and in their dreams.
Ooh.
And spoilers, in number 3, Alex goes to America.
Oh, great.
And it's that one's very Area 51 vibe.
Okay. I like an alien.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
What are you recommending?
I am going to suggest His Hideous Heart.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a YA compilation of Poe retellings by fantastic authors, one of which is Kendara Blake.
It's very good.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So here's the description. Edgar Allan Poe may be 150 years beyond this world, but the themes of his beloved works have much in common with modern young adult fiction. Whether the stories are familiar to readers or discovered for the first time, the readers will revel in Edgar Allan Poe's classic tales and how they've been brought to life in 13 unique and unforgettable ways.
Nice.
And there is a Fall of the House of Usher story in that collection.
Yes.
And it's
Have you
short
seen
stories. Who doesn't love it?
I love short stories. It's very good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have a new indie spot?
I'm just going to suggest Wolfworm. It's T. Kingfisher's next book that's coming out in like 2 weeks.
I have it on pre-order.
Here's the description. Sonia Wilson is a talented scientific illustrator. Is she our friend Eugenia?
Potentially.
No, because her name is Sonia Wilson. But she is only able to follow her dream because of her father's reputation as a renowned scientist. Such is the lot in life for a woman in science in 1899. And after his death, she is left without work, prospects, or hope. So, when the reclusive Dr. Halder offers her a position illustrating his vast collection of insects, Sonia jumps at the chance to move to his North Carolina manor house and put her talents to use. Once there, though, she encounters dark happenings in the Carolina woods, and even darker questions come to light, like what happened to her predecessor? Why are animals acting so strangely? And what is behind the peculiar local whispers about blood thieves? With the aid of the housekeeper and a local healer, Sonia discovers that Halder's entomological studies have taken him down a twisted road. His groundbreaking discoveries come with a cost, one that Halder is paying. with human flesh. If Sonia can't find a way to stop the monstrosity, she may be the next under the knife.
Ooh, cool.
So that one sounds very good. I hope the audiobook is amazing. Because I need an audiobook. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss 3 Dark Crowns by
Three
with
Dark Crowns.
Kendara Blake. What?
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, it's time. It's time.
Oh, I got me crown out and I've put it away again. Dang it.
Oh, mine's right back there.
Mine's literally up there.
Right there.
It's behind the mannequin head.
Yeah.
Which is wearing my top hat.
Very good. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite fictional hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.